Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to check out the Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler Bundle for the Nintendo Switch that just recently came out, and I was like, holy smokes, I gotta check it out. Now, first look, you're gonna notice some similarities between the main menu and the NES Classic. Like, super similarities. In fact, it's pretty much the same exact menu as the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic. Just taking a look at how it's designed, how there's save data underneath the games, and how the games are kind of just like boxed art lined up on the bottom. So there's about 18 games here. Let's go through the array of them. We got the Double Dragon games, NES versions, Double Dragon 1, 2, 3. We got Renegade, Super Dodgeball, River City Ransom, and Crashing the Boys Street Challenge. Pretty solid lineup for NES games. Then we have Kunio-kun, and pardon my Japanese, I don't know Japanese that great. Neketsu Renegade. Then we have Neketsu High School Dodgeball. We have Downtown Neketsu Story. We have Soccer. We have Super Awesome Field Day. We also have Historical Period Drama, Slip and Slide Madness, Distant Gold Medal. Some of these games I've never heard. Fighting Legend, and Neketsu Soccer League, and Street Basketball. So there's a variety of Famicom version games in here. So I will say right off the bat, the amount of content that you have, 18 games in this bundle, is pretty impressive considering that a lot of these are imports. Like over half of the games available on here are imports of games that I've never heard about. Now, I did import a physical version of this game a year ago from PlayAsia. Now it's available on the Nintendo Switch eShop. So digital or physical, whatever you want. I do know the PlayAsia version is kind of high in price now, but it does support English language. So if you want to read English text and you don't want Japanese, don't worry. The import version from PlayAsia has it. Now let's go ahead, try some of the games and stuff so you guys can see what's available. Now, one interesting thing is you can see on some of these it says quality up. You're actually able to change the version of some of these games to original or quality up with the Y button. So quality up just kind of improves it, makes the games run a little bit better, fixes minor glitches and things like that. Or if you want the real thing emulated, you could do that. There is game description, so if you don't know anything about the game, you can click it, see some box art, some screenshots, gives you the story. High quality version right here tells you that it changes the lag, the flickering, and bug fixes. So these are essentially the definitive versions of the games. So that's actually cool that they went back and fixed a lot of stuff. You got to give them props for that. Let's go ahead. We'll start the quality up version of Double Dragon and see what we are working with right here. So classic title screen. Double Dragon series actually reminds me of when I used to go to Pizza Inn back in the day when I lived in Fort Worth. They had a Double Dragon arcade cabinet here, and I'll always associate Double Dragon and the Double Dragon theme with eating pizza there. It's just one of my favorite pastimes. Now we're going to go with Mode A, one player. Classic intro screen. I mean, Jimmy's and Bimmy's girl getting punched in the stomach by the gang. Here we go. Who doesn't love Double Dragon? Now, I will say the NES version of Double Dragon is not really the best version out there, but it is still a pretty good classic, and it looks smooth. The quality, everything. Of course, you don't have the NES flicker when there's multiple sprites on stage, and it just doesn't feel like it's as laggy. So they did improve upon the way the gameplay works and stuff like that. And again, I think that's actually really nice. And it still feels like it's true to its original form. It's just the small little quality changes that they made definitely fixed it up quite a bit. Upon also looking at this, I do like the display art, the arcade art around the actual screen. That's nice. You can see Billy and Jimmy right there. And let's go ahead and see some of the settings so you guys can see what's in here. A lot of these compilation games like the Konami Anniversary Collection and the Capcom Beat 'em Ups collection have different variety of settings that you can do with the controls, stuff like this. So you can see you could actually configure the settings to your liking. I'm going to keep it default. You can also see display settings. We can look at mode. It starts off in standard zoom, which is about right. But then you also have 4:3 mode. You have 4:3 zoom. You have full screen mode, which is yuck. Who wants their game stretched out like that? I have no idea why they always add that. There's standard mode, which is pretty close to what you would get on an actual CRT TV. And then, you know, standard zoom. I think standard zoom is the best option for me. 4:3 just seems a little too square. So we'll stick with standard zoom. Then you can add scan lines. You can do smooth scan lines. So it kind of has like a cool look like this. Or you could do sharp, which kind of just gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. Kiddos watching this, millennials, back in the day, this is how our games used to look with scan lines. Me, I like buttery smooth, 0. I don't want to put anything too devastating in there. And then they have some sound options, actually. You could put reverb on the things. You could do reverb depth. You can do reverb length. You could do a stereo effect. You can boost treble and dampen the mid-range. You can do boost treble, lower the treble, boost the bass. There's a variety of different things. I think treble boost is my favorite, to be honest. Kind of just gives it that slap. And, yeah, you can see right here, at any time, you can reset the game. You can go back to the game select. So, very easy to use. Lots of different options in here and stuff. And, of course, I could sit here all day and play Double Dragon. But we're going to move to the next game right here. So we can go back to the game select and move on. So you can save your state at any time. Double Dragon 2, meh. You know, everybody's seen these. Dodgeball's a classic, but you got to play that with a friend. Crash in the Boys Street Challenge, I like that that's on here. We'll go ahead and check Double Dragon 3 quality up. That will actually be an interesting one to look at because it's not the best Double Dragon out there. In fact, I think it's actually one of the worst. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and try it out. Look at that cover art, though, on the side. That cover art is freaking phenomenal. Definitely doesn't do it any justice with my webcam being above it. So what I will do is I will disappear for a second. There you go. Just wanted to disappear for a split second. So let's look at the game. This game is actually very notorious for being pretty unfair. Controls not being that great. And all around just a very bad game. So it's interesting to see what they did to change it and stuff. You know, this guy dies right here and the game starts off and you head to the next area. So bye-bye. And you get bombarded with a lot of enemies and stuff right here. So, you know, again, the flicker and the lag mostly taken out. So they've improved upon the games. I'm a big fan of the Double Dragon series, so it's always fun to go back, and even if the games were actually pretty hard and not really well done, it's always fun to be able to go back and occasionally try them out. And to get a new version of an original game, stupendous, phenomenal. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll go ahead. I don't want to bore you guys too much with one game. Let's go ahead, check something brand new. Something that I have never seen before. So, Renegade, Dodgeball, Downtown. I'm having a feeling that's River City Ransom. Soccer. Let's do historical period drama. Quality up on this one. So, check a look at this. Downtown Special. So these are all, I guess, the River City Ransom franchise, like with Dodgeball and River City Ransom and all of that. So this was actually a big series in Japan. So for all the games, for the most part, to be included on a version that you can play on the Switch, it's phenomenal. I love all these compilations that are coming up on the Switch because it makes it so easy to be able to play retro games and stuff. We don't have a retro like virtual console. We have Switch Online service. Some of the games are on there, but nothing beats being able to buy the game and have the whole bundle available for you to be able to play and stuff. So there's, you know, this compilation, the Capcom compilation, and the Konami ones. Lots of great games. There's even like the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. Lots of games that you can play, arcade ports, stuff like that. The arcade archives, the Switch, and you know, even PS4 and all them. Bringing back all these retro games is phenomenal, but I love the variety that the Switch has with these. So yeah, let's get back to this game. I guess we have to sit through all this. I guess this also plays a lot like River City Ransom. Yep. It's just like a historical version, which is kind of interesting. I personally have never seen the cartridge of this game in actual person, but you know, there's like little wheelbarrows, I guess, whatever it is. My characters are kind of slow. There we go, we're running now. I was gonna say the characters are kind of slow. Characters are kind of moving a little slow, but you know what? Oh, let's go this way. Now, obviously, this game seems bigger than what I estimated, so I'm not gonna sit here and do a complete full playthrough, but where's some enemies at? Let's get into a battle. Looks like we're in a city. I know I could probably go into like some shops and stuff and buy things. Alright, here we go. Look at this. Very interesting to see brand new games that we missed out on. I think I might be stuck. There we go. Let's go. This is... I'm fumbling around on this because this is my first time legitimately ever seeing this game. And I'm just soaking it all in, man. Soaking it all in right now. I want to fight somebody. I guess, you know what? Let's just go into a building. See what we have. Yeah, this is basically River City Ransom, just in an ancient Japanese setting, which is kind of neat and kind of cool. Definitely a game that you gotta sit back and soak in and take your time playing. I don't see any enemies though. Oh, you can go in the water. Okay, that's cool. Still don't see any enemies. Thought we would get into a brawl by now, but that's cool. Anyways, let's move on to another game. Let's check out one more before we call it quits. Honestly, there's nothing that is making me think that this game, this bundle, this Double Dragon Kunio-kun collection is not worth getting. Look at this, Fighting Legend. All right, so let's just hop into a quick battle. No character edit, and let's get Kunio, and we will play against Fuji, and Chiba, and Mashi. At stage 2, rules 2. Okay, here we go. So I guess it's just like a big open brawl. That's funny. And this is also a quality up version of the original. So they didn't just do it with the NES titles, they did it with the Famicom titles as well. And that guy is down. Oh look, electrical wall. Oh gosh, that's funny. They all electrocuted themselves. And I'm the guy on the right, I think. Yeah, I'm the guy on the right. Now I'm at the top. I know it's kind of hard to tell who's who with the way the sprites look. They all look pretty close to the same. Here we go. Oh man. Goodness gracious. It's a lot tougher than it looks, guys. Should I just let them all electrocute themselves? Should I just throw them all into... Oh, so if you touch a guy that's getting electrocuted, you get electrocuted. That's actually pretty... Oh, I just power bombed him. And I just body slammed him. That's awesome. Let's keep power bombing everybody and throwing them around. I think that one guy... Oh, I thought he was dead. I was gonna say... Oh, German suplex. Suplex City, followed by... Oh, one guy's gone. I think I'm gonna win, guys. I think I got it. Oh. Come on. Oh, he just threw me into this. This is a very primitive early fighting game. How interesting, considering, like, Street Fighter wasn't out yet. And here we go. It's me and one guy, mano y mano. There we go. Come on. I'm gonna powerbomb you, throw you. Oh, okay. You want to roll into me? All right. That's cool. Oh, gosh. He just... Come on. Really, Fuji? Mr. Fuji. Great WWE character. But here we go. Oh, man. I ran into the... How embarrassing, guys. How embarrassing. There we go. You ain't gonna get me, son. That's it. I'm just gonna move my little foot, hold it up in the air, and hit you. Come here. Oh, you ran your own self into the fence. What was it, Ren and Stimpy? Don't whiz in the electric fence? There we go. Boom. And you're dead. I won. Not bad. So, very interesting series of games, guys. I'm not going to bore you very much. Honestly, everything feels like it is really well done, well emulated. 18 games, variety of here. Some classics that you might have played growing up, and definitely a lot of classics that you probably didn't, because I know I didn't play some of these. If you're a Double Dragon fan, if you like River City Ransom, there's no reason to not get this compilation. I think this is actually well worth it, and again, you could also import it from PlayAsia and get the Kunio-kun collection from PlayAsia and get it physically as well. It supports English. Check it out. Lots of information, lots of different display settings and stuff like that. Very well done. Doesn't feel cheap. Has a good UI that reminds me of the NES Classic, so it's easy to figure out and stuff. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video today. If you enjoyed it, if this was your first time coming to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button. Click that like or that dislike. Comment down below what your thoughts on these bundles. Are you down for this? Is this something that you would like? And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a great day. Peace out.